Looks like we're going to receive.
All right, Eagles fans, welcome back to football action here at Vilonia tonight. This is the 9th grade game between the Eagles and the Malvern Leopards. What did you say? I didn't see what happened there on the.
We're going to receive the ball from the north end zone.
Now that's a little bit of an odd thing.
That is different. So I guess maybe they deferred. I don't know how that happened. So
that's right. If you were tuned in a moment ago, you saw your 8th grade Eagles win by a score of 30-0 over the 8th grade Malvern Leopards. Dominating performance, both offensively and defensively, by the 8th grade team. I hope to see the same thing here. I have been told that Malvern's 9th graders are quite athletic and are going to try to spread us out and run and throw the ball all over the place. So as we await the start of the game here, we are looking there at the Eagles ready to run out of their tunnel with the cheerleaders and all. Just had a bit of a rain shower here at Philip Weaver Stadium. And here come your 9th grade Eagles.
And that is your 9th grade Eagle football team.
Ready for action here on their first game of the season. Like I said, we just had a rain shower come through. Alan, you check the radar. Tell me what you saw looking for rain coming in.
Looks like it's all coming in from Heber Springs. No red on the screen. A lot of green and a lot of yellow. So I don't think it'll be too much rain. Just body showers probably for the rest of the evening.
Well, that is of note. I hope we practice the wet ball drill here this week in practice. So we are going to have, Alan, see if you can get those numbers. I'm going to check out here for just a second and find my sheets. See if you can call out who's back deep for the Eagles.
Matt Baker will be your back deep. Evan Marshall, number 6. Number 11, Carson Linzer. And I have not got a Malvern sheet at this point. So number 11 will be kicking it off. Keith Carradine. And there it is. It's taken by your up back, number 15, as he slips, as he takes the kickoff. That's David Adams. We're going to start our first offensive series here for the year at the 30-yard line. So here we go for the 9th grade squad. 2 minutes added to this quarter. 8th graders had a 6-minute quarter. 9th graders going to have 8-minute quarters. So here we go. Number 4 looks like he's going to be your quarterback, Corey Hare. And I've not gotten the numbers of your two split backs in the veer. Ball's handed off. Number 3, big hole up the middle. Good 10 yards as Baker hits the hole hard. And again, just like the 8th graders, 9th graders opening up some holes for the running backs.
That's right. Matt Baker probably going to be carry a lot of the load here for the 9th grade team. Very strong kid. Maybe not the fastest back. Going to have some speed, but definitely has power.
Right. Hit it hard that time.
Number 9, Joe, the running back.
It's going to be Baker and Parker Bean in the backfield. Going to be to Bean straight up the middle. He's going to gain about 12 yards.
And early on, seeing a lot of transfer from these Leopards, just reaching and grabbing, not sticking. They're not getting their head in there driving anybody. They're just reaching and grabbing.
That's right. Tackle for the Leopards was made by number 50, Trayshawn Mormon,
which allowed Bean there to drive for 10, 11 yards.
Hare has a little trouble with the ball. It's dropped. It's going to be picked up by Bean, amazingly, on the bounce there.
Leopard had it. There is a flag on the play.
Okay,
I don't know at what point he got it, but a Leopard ended up with it there. He just tosses it back to Mr. Dwayne Hall.
Now, number 11 is going to be Keith Carradine. Face mask on the Leopards. So apparently, I guess it looks like it's gonna remain Eagle ball. I'm not sure. I think Bean picked it up off the bounce when Hare dropped it, and then it was probably ripped out after he was down. So give us the 15 yards on the face mask penalty. It's gonna set us up 1st and 10 at the Leopard 29-yard line. Gonna stay with Bean and Baker in the backfield. We're going to have Josiah Nelson as one of your receivers here on the near side. Gibbs going to get to be Baker around the right side. He's going to be tackled after about a 15-yard gain.
Good hard run there by Baker.
Over there on the far side of the field, hard to pick out a tackler number.
It was. Hare done a good job running his
carrying out his fake.
Yeah, carrying out his fake. Thank you for that, because he had 2 leopards chasing him.
Looks like Evan Marshall is going to be split wide to the far side of the field. Noah Newman is going to be in the slot.
Hare going to keep it.
Hare keeps it. Comes off the left tackle on the quarterback option. He's going to get almost 6 yards there, about 5 yards.
We're keeping the leopards guessing. They don't know what's coming at them.
Going at a pretty good pace here. We are huddling, but still going at a pretty good pace. Going to bring up 2nd and 5 at the leopard 9-yard line. Hare looks for the signal, relays the signals. He has the ball. He's going to pitch it to Bean. Bean's looking for room around the left side. He's got blockers in front of him. He's going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown, B-Town!
And they're starting off just like the 8th graders did.
Absolutely. I want to make a correction there. Ball carrier was actually Matt Baker that time. Him and Bean flipped sides that they lined up on there in the split. So apologize to Mr. Baker. He actually took that pitch and carried it into the end zone. Like you said, basically untouched, just like the 8th graders.
Right. And the Leopards had opportunity. Ross there for the Leopards were there. He just didn't attempt to make a tackle.
Here we go. We're going to give to Bean straight up the middle on the conversion, and he's in there for the – let's see if they're going to give us 1 or 2 on the conversion this time.
There was a 1 point on the down box. So
actually going to give us 2 on the conversion this time. So we're still confused as to how they decide how many points you get for the conversion. Only gave us 1 in the 8th grade game. Now they're going to give us 2 points for this one. But, hey, we'll take it. Eagles lead 8-0 early in the first quarter here over the Malvern Leopards.
You can tell these boys grew quite a bit over the summer.
Absolutely.
Pretty big size difference between the 8th and 9th graders.
There is. You definitely can see that. A big maturation year there between 8th and 9th grade for the boys. Looks like we're going to have number 10, Noah Newman, set to kick off for the Eagles. See if they go with the same as the 8th grade, looking for the onside.
There was 2 kickers that lined up and stepped back and measured up the ball.
Newman is going to kick. It's on the ground, looking for the onside. There's going to be a leopard fall on it after it goes 11 yards. That's going to be number 67, Santiago De Luna.
So let's see if the 9th grade Eagles defensively can do the same thing that the 8th graders done. So same defensive setup, 4-2. And the snap was over his head, and he's just going to fall on it and corral it up. I didn't catch the quarterback's number there.
I think the quarterback's going to be number 5, Braxton Allen. Apologize, I had to step away for a moment there and correct another little issue we're having. As we said, apologize for that. Working out some of the glitches tonight.
19-yard loss on that bad snap.
So basically we're looking at 2nd and Greenbrier for a first down.
That's right. Again, the stand's still filling up, even though it's cloudy night. They got the lights on in Vilonia tonight.
These guys love their Luke
Tribbiano. I'm sure I'll mess that up some point in the year.
It's an easy one to do. Let me see how far the stick walks back there. It looks like we're going to be another loss of about 6 or 7 yards. Another bad snap, Alan. What are you seeing anything there out of the ordinary?
It's just high. He is at 3rd and 35. It's just like maybe he's got a little first game jitters going. He's got some drilling. He's trying to really get it back there quick and fast.
That's right.
And just hanging on to it a little long, therefore causing it to go high.
Quarterback number 5, Braxton Allen, doing all that he can to hang on to the ball, but unsuccessful in the first 2 snaps. That one high as well, but he has it. Oh, he's looking to try to throw a screen pass. Doesn't do it. Referee's going to say that's a forward pass. Allen, I don't know.
That's the old Brady hand going forward with no ball, maybe.
Yeah, I agree, because when he tried to throw, that ball almost looked to me like it squirted backwards. Up on it. Eagles didn't. Absolutely, they went after it.
He wasn't wanting to be around the ball. Evidently, we're hitting them pretty hard.
Yep, that's right. That's right. So we're looking at 4th and 35 here for the Malvern Leopards, assuming we're going to see a punt coming up.
Weird formation.
No, it's going to be a punt by number 21. Number 13 for the Eagles fields the ball back at the Eagle 43-yard line.
That's Josiah Nelson.
Yeah, Josiah Nelson. Not sure why he didn't just let that roll out of bounds. It might have actually taken an Eagle bounce if he'd let it go. Kind of a risky catch there near the sideline, and really not being behind the ball as you like to see on a punt before you attempt to field it.
Anyway, the Eagles going to take over on offense at the 43.
Football fans, we'd like to remind you that
therefore,
tobacco products are strictly prohibited.
Trying to go up 16-0.
We ask that you please
so
do not dip or vape on the campus of Vilonia High School. Thank you for your
4.5 minutes left here in the first quarter.
Here comes Hare. He's going to be up under center. He looked like he was trying to give it to Baker, and he gets hit before he can make the handoff. He fumbles, and it's going to be recovered by number 21, Jacoby Hart, for the Leopards. It looked like we were going to run the triple option there. Him and Baker kind of got together, but there was also penetration for the defensive tackle.
And I think that's ultimately what caused the play to mess up there, was just that penetration.
I would agree with you. Anytime you get defensive penetration from the interior, it makes anything option, especially midline, hard to run.
Right.
So the Eagles are going to come out on defense here. 1st and 10 for the Leopards at the Eagle 42-yard line. Whistle and a timeout by the Leopards. Coach not very happy over there. Don't know if they came out in the wrong formation or exactly what, but he did not appear to be happy at all when he had to call that timeout.
No, and it's the second timeout they've had to call here in the first quarter.
Yeah, we're
4 minutes left in the quarter.
Barely halfway through the first quarter, and you've already burnt 2 of your timeouts. You never like eating them up that early in the game.
No.
You want to save some for the end if you're trying to play the clock game.
He don't need to be second in Greenbrier again either.
Well, that's also true.
Eagle fans, we thank you for joining us and ask that you please make use of the concession stand available at the
So I'd like to let all of you Eagle fans tuned in know that we will definitely be live tomorrow night in Paragould as your Vilonia Senior High Eagles take on Greene County Tech for their first game of the year. Kickoff set for 7 p.m. tomorrow night. We think this weather's going to move out. It did rain up there quite a bit today. I know there were some flash flood warnings up in that area and all along that Mississippi River corridor. But looks like the weather's going to be quite nice up there tomorrow night and dry. Good night for Eagle football. We hope you all either make the trek up to Paragould or tune in live with Alan and Drake and I for the stream of the game. Leopards are going to get the ball. Give is to number 11, the running back. He's looking for running room. Slips out of a tackle at the 42-yard line. It's going to be taken down by number 6, Carter Martin, at the
Austin Harrington coming up and putting the smack down on him.
Eagle 35-yard line.
Good job at closing right there, number 28.
So even though he was able to slip the initial tackle, still only gained 2 yards.
Yeah.
As we stated in the earlier broadcast, a lot of pursuit by the defense of the Eagles. You really like seeing that.
Seeing the umbrellas pop back out, I guess we're getting a little drizzle. I can't tell.
So Allen the quarterback is going to get this ball. He fakes to the running back, throws right up the middle. The catch is going to be made by number 21. That is going to be Jacoby Hart for the Leopards. And Allen, he was wide open in the middle of the field. I don't know what happened defensively, but
you got to think that somebody missed an assignment there.
That's right. I would think so. I didn't see what happened over the top. I don't know who had the safety occupied. You would think that'd be his territory. Maybe there's another receiver over the top we didn't see. I do know the Eagles play a lot of zone coverage, so quite possible that he was occupied with someone else. Either way, Leopards are going to be set up 1st and 10 at the 19. Here's the snap. High one again. Quarterback's going to try to run. He's going to be dropped for a loss by number 6, Evan Marshall.
Number 52, Luke Tribbiano.
Luke Tribbiano in on the tackle.
Yeah, 2-yard loss there. Good job, Tribbiano.
You don't want to make the moms mad. They're the ones that tune in, the grandmas and the grandpas.
We already had one mom come up here and make sure that we knew that her son's number had gotten changed.
Yep, absolutely. That was before the 8th grade game ever started. Got that taken care of. There's the snap. He's looking to throw that seam route again.
That time well covered.
It's going to be almost intercepted by Josiah Nelson.
Yeah, pressure.
He was in a lot better position from the safety spot on that play.
Yeah, and Evan Marshall there putting pressure on him, making that quick throw, maybe hurry him up a little bit. Good job defensively by the Eagles. Of course, 3rd and a long 11, maybe 12 here, so you got to think we got to stop them 2 more times, get the ball back.
That's right. Ball at the Eagle 21-yard line. Braxton Allen setting the shotgun to receive the snap. He has it. It's a high snap. Has trouble. Just going to go down on it again. Allen, their offensive snap woes continue.
Yes, and they're stop number 1. So you got to stop them 1 more time. We get the ball.
Absolutely. That's going to bring up 4th and 20 from just outside the Eagle 30-yard line.
And the clock's ticking now, under 2 minutes in the quarter.
Eagles leading 8-0 here in the first quarter. We're late in the first quarter. Had some difficulties getting the on-screen scoreboard to work today, so we're going to have to try to remember to keep you all updated. David Adams and number 13, Josiah Nelson.
And he's going to come up 6 yards short. That's that bend, don't break defense. Receiver done a good job. Bobbing and weaving through there, but at the end of the day, there was three Eagles there making a tackle short of the first down.
Absolutely. So Leopard's going to turn the ball over on downs at the Eagle, about the 18-yard line there. So they're going to set up shop 1st and 10 at their own 18. Bean and Baker in the backfield. Gibbs going to beat a Baker off right tackle. He's trying to run inside, bouncing off tackles, carrying tacklers. He's going to gain 11 yards on that good, tough inside running, Allen.
Yes, good running. He's pushing people left and right.
Number 61 for the Eagles, Trey Nips, leading on the block there, opening the hole, and then Baker, once he gets into the second level, just doing it himself with a power run game.
Yeah.
1st and 10 for the Eagles at their own 29-yard line.
Under a minute now left in the first quarter.
Hare's going to give the ball to Bean this time straight up the middle. He's hit at the line of scrimmage by number 56, Jay-Sean Carradine. Allen, Jay-Sean Carradine has to be the brother of, I can't think of her first name, but she went by Bebe back in our softball days. Her
was she a Carradine?
She was a Carradine. So I'm going to say it's a younger brother or a cousin or something of a girl we know from the softball world.
Well, and there's another, number 11, Keith Carradine on here.
There you go. Gibbs going to beat a Baker this time. Fumble on the handoff, and it's going to be hard to say. The signal from the referee is that Vilonia recovered. Now, Alan, from my vantage point, that handoff looked like it hit Baker in the hip. And typically when you see that, it was a timing issue on, could have been the snap was a little bit slow getting off. Maybe the quarterback turned the wrong way. Either way, trouble on the handoff. Issues. Fumble on the play. Luckily, the Eagles recover. That's going to bring an end to the first quarter. Eagles are going to continue to lead 8-0 at the end of the first quarter. And you are going to see us switch field. Eagles will have the ball 3rd and 9 yards to go when we resume play here at the beginning of the second quarter.
Take this time to thank a few of our sponsors here.
Absolutely. First of all, we want to thank the Vilonia Eagle Football Foundation for all the hard work that they do with the football teams and the football program in general. They are the ones that, initially make the Eagle Vision broadcast a possibility. Other sponsors for equipment and shirts and various things that we need to bring the broadcast to you would be D&N Construction. They made a nice donation to the foundation towards purchase of equipment, and also the Charlie Roller Foundation with a donation to the foundation to help us out with these broadcasts throughout the year. We want to give our sincere thanks to all of those guys. We really appreciate being able to bring you the live stream of the Vilonia Eagle football games. Now, typically, we're only going to be live on Friday nights. Special presentation tonight, try to iron out some of these wrinkles that you've seen, throughout the broadcast, just like now our picture went down. We've got it back up again for you. Sorry about that. Hare's going to drop back to pass here on the first play. Throws a little bit low, but it looks like no. They're going to say no. Evan Marshall could not make the catch. I thought he might have got his hands underneath it, but it must have had the nose hit the ground or something.
Must have bobbled it. That's that same play there. The 8th graders run twice. Both quarterbacks had problems with that throw. So,
well, you're rolling out.
It's a tough throw to make.
Throwing to a receiver, running to the sideline. You have a narrow window to throw it in. You've got a defensive back on the receiver's back. I mean, It's not the easiest throw ever. Looks like we're going to have Noah Newman out to punt for the Eagles on 4th and 9. And now we've got a bad snap. Kick it out of the back. Oh, he's going to fall on it.
Oh,
they're going to mark him down at the 1-yard line. Looked like he was. I don't know what you call it, spearing, but definitely leading with the helmet or late hit on the Malvern Leopard player there. Nonetheless, no flags. The ball's going to be down at the 1-yard line, Alan. You'd really like to see him just kick that ball out of the back of the end zone and take the safety.
Yeah. But, you know what? Good test for our defense. Let's see what we're made of here. That's going to be a tough one, though.
Going to get to see what the goal line defense is like. Maybe there's more water on the field than we realized as we continue to see
bad snaps,
snap
fumbles.
issues. I mean, a lot of snaps going high. That tells me that, the ball might be wet. And, the center's trying to get a really good hold on it and maybe over-gripping it and just snapping high and hard. So we're going to have a timeout here by Malvern. 3rd timeout in the first half.
Yeah.
Are they going to use them all before the first half's even over with?
Can't use them in the second half. So,
I mean, I guess the old saying is you can't take them with you, but wow, you would think that you wouldn't want to burn another timeout here in the first half. And I mean, only 19 seconds elapsed in the second quarter rather. Alan asked me about the Wirecast program that I mentioned to you earlier. It's that's our broadcast program that we use to bring you these games. Fairly intricate program, a lot of options and things that we're still learning about. Apparently there's a setting somewhere that we haven't figured out that's not allowing us to get the scoreboard up on the on-screen there display for you guys, so apologize for that. Remind you that the Eagles do lead 8-0 here early in the second quarter. Quarterback's going to try to get around the left side. 52 is going to sack him in the backfield for a loss. That's Luke Trubiano for a loss of 6 yards. Trubiano getting his name called
quite a bit.
A lot.
At that rate, I'm going to have it down by the end of the night.
That's right.
Tribbiano.
So we're going to go from first and goal at the Eagle 1 yard line for the Leopards to second and goal at the Eagle 7.
And that's going to help.
Absolutely. So you like the tenacity you saw out of the Eagles on first down. Let's see what they're able to bring to the table on second down. Try to keep these Leopards out of the end zone. Allen has the snap, fakes the give. He's rolling out to his right, looking to throw. Good pass defense by the Eagles. You got 13 and 28 out there on the coverage. That's Josiah Nelson and Austin Harrington. Blanket coverage. I mean, by the time the ball got there, Allen had thrown into double coverage.
Exactly. 2 hands in the face and really close to making the interception, and nobody would have been in front of him.
Allen, the defensive back, had the receiver covered up by himself, and then Nelson, comes over from the safety position, tremendous closing speed, and is the one that was in the position potentially to make the interception. Gets his hand on the ball, can't get both to pull it in.
Right.
But good coverage there by the Eagles. It's going to bring up third and goal from the Eagles 7-yard line. Allen set to receive the shotgun snap. It's a good one this time. Quick pitch. And the receiver goes one way, the ball goes another, and Nelson there again with another almost interception.
Which is going to bring up fourth and goal now. And again, he makes that catch. Nobody's in front of him.
Oh, that's 6 all day if he makes that catch. There's no doubt about it. The quarterback was the only one that would have had any kind of a shot on him. As long as his legs are, it ain't happening, brother. Yeah. It ain't happening. So we're going to be fourth and goal from the Eagle 7-yard line for the Leopards. Here we go. Allen set to receive the shotgun snap. He has it. Looking to throw that seam route.
It is in and out.
Yeah, he also took a shot from an Eagle defender there. Looks like it was number 53, Logan Wilmington, laying the lick. That might have been after the ball was through. Nelson was there on the coverage. Malvern trying to go back to that little seam route from the slot position that they ran for a big gain down here on the
other end. Just didn't have enough room to run it.
Right. Yeah, threw it right into the heart of the defense.
Yeah. They weren't able to stretch us out like they was down here on this other end.
That's right. The windows get a lot tighter when you get down there closer to the goal line. So here comes Hare and the Eagles offense. Bean and Baker in the backfield. Give is going to be to Baker. Whistles and flags everywhere. That's going to be a false start on the Eagles. So that will back your Eagles up half the distance to the goal. Should be at about the 3.5-yard line. Remains first down here. Eagles with the ball. 6.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Leading the game 8-0 after that great defensive goal line stand. Harris to the line. Has his signals. Making his calls. Has the snap.
Same play.
Give us to Bean straight up the middle.
Get off of me, sucker.
He's not going to be taken down by a high tackle. Still not going to be taken down.
No, look at him
Still
going.
Not going to be taken down.
Give me some of that.
Allen, they went for a high shoulder tackle back at the 15-yard line. He said, no, thank you. They tried to wrap him up at the 20, and he ends up at the 35-yard line. Are you kidding me?
Oh, you got to love that kind of running.
That's a 32-yard run by Parker Bean.
Goes back to the 8th grade game. They're wanting to reach and grab. They're not wanting to stick their head in there. Stick their head in there and make a pop. When you reach and grab big, strong, powerful runners, that's what happens.
Here we go. Hare with the split backs again. Turn around. Give's going to be to Baker this time off the right tackle. He's hit out of one tackle. Wrapped up finally by a group of Leopards.
But not before he gets 5 yards.
Gain of 5 yards. About 3 or 4 Leopards in on the tackle there. Didn't catch a single number, so we'll just say good team tackling by the Leopards there.
Yeah. Well, this 21 down here, he was in on it, and he stuck his nose up in there, and he let it hit Jacob Hart.
Jacoby Hart. So that was a good, tough inside run by Baker. So these guys, like I said, not necessarily the biggest speed demons, but they will definitely run you over. Bean is going to be hit at the line of scrimmage.
There we go.
Now, he's hit hard, but he's hit very high again.
Yeah.
That's going to be 43 Isaiah Beard on the tackle for the Leopards. Luckily, it was a square-up hit, or I don't think they would have taken Bean down that easily.
That was Bean run right into it. Somebody missed a blocking assignment
I would say so, yes, absolutely.
Either that or Leopards done some kind of shift there on the defensive line to confuse them.
So here we go, 3rd and about 5. Running the option, is going to pitch to Baker. Baker's going to try to reverse field, slips one tackle, but that's all he's going to be able to do. Looks like he's going to be back about to the original line of scrimmage there.
Yeah.
Hare was wrapped up as he was trying to make the pitch.
Maybe he tried to pitch it a little late.
I think so. Pitch was a little bit behind Baker. Give Baker credit for coming back and getting the ball and not dropping it, but that also broke his momentum.
Yeah. Or any outside advantage that he had there.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So it's going to bring up 4th down at about a long 5 here.
Looks like Newman's going to come on to punt again. We'll keep our fingers crossed for a little bit better snap than last time, or some coaching to kick it out of the back of the end zone if you don't catch it.
Yeah. Coming up on 4 minutes left in the
Malvern
half.
shifts. Looks like they may be coming to get this one from the outside there. Absolutely they are. Newman gets it off, and it's a beauty. That is a nice power punt. Hits the ground about the 22-yard line. Takes an eagle roll. It's going to go all the way down to the 6-yard line, where it's going to be downed by number 15, David Adams for the Eagles.
Beautiful spiral punt. Got it to land and turn over, and just took that beautiful eagle roll that we needed.
Now you see why Newman's back there.
Yeah.
63-yard punt, we're being told by our spotter here. I want to say thank you to Mr. Rick Bernard for helping us spot and keep up with everything that's going on. Man, that's a great punt for a 9th grader. I can't say enough about that.
That's a great punt for a high schooler or college kid.
I mean,
what are you talking about?
Just the beauty of the ball in the air and flying.
Yeah.
And like you said, the way it hits and turns over, just excellent job by the punter, Newman. So it's going to bring up 1st and 5 for the Leopards at their own 6-yard line. Allen with his heels on the goal line. Snap was low this time.
Yeah.
He tries to throw the quick out, and it's low as well. Receiver can't hang on to it. Going to bring up 2nd down.
And even if he does make the catch, you had Carson there that was fixing to make the tackle there.
Number 11, Carson Linser on the coverage, ready to make the tackle if the catch is made. Leopards going to And Allen's heels on the goal line as he receives the snap. Gives going to be to number 11 around the right side. He's got running room. There's a flag on the play. Good tackle from behind. Who's that on the pursuit there? That's going to be number 15, David Adams, on the pursuit for the Eagles making the tackle.
I think it's all coming back.
See what the call is. Did you catch the signal by the official? It's going to be holding on the Leopards by number 21, and the hold is going to be somewhere around the 12-yard line, so back them up half the distance to the goal from there. Nope, just going to be a 5-yard mark off. Pardon me on that. So take it back to the original line of scrimmage, and let's play 2nd down again.
Yeah, they're going to lose a yard out of the deal.
Okay.
Looking at the chains in the box over there.
Great point. That's what throw is going to be out to number 21. He makes
Jacob
the catch. Number 6 for the Eagles, the initial hit, Marshall, and Carson Linser there to clean up to help make the tackle. It's going to be a gain of about 6 yards by Jacoby Hart, the Leopard receiver.
And that play is going to be there for the Leopards as long as our cornerback plays that far off on that slot receiver.
Absolutely, Alan. Looks like we're playing a lot of soft zone coverage there. Who knows that maybe the scouting report is that you can get beat deep easily by the Leopards, and you definitely don't want that to happen. There's another throw, quick out to the right side. Don't have the number of the receiver. just yet.
And the host of the Eagles there.
That's right. Marshall's going to be in there on the team, Josiah Nelson. Still didn't catch the receiver's number as they jumped off the pile. Apologize to you Leopard fans for that. Number 2, Dalen Ross, my spotter tells me, on the catch.
Certainly, that first series of the game for the Eagles was the best one.
Give us to Bean straight ahead on the midline option. He's going to be stopped after a short game. Give him a yard, but that's going to be about it. It's going to bring up second down and 9 yards to go for your Eagles as the clock rolls just inside a minute and a half to go until halftime. So you wonder if we're going to see them pick up the pace or maybe even
the Charlie Roller Foundation for making this Eagle reality for us. For those guys that are stuck at work, can't make the ball games.
Family members that don't live close enough to make the drive in on a Thursday night.
Yeah, family members living off in another state or somewhere like that. So appreciate all the help behind the scenes to make this Eagle Vision a reality.
Yeah, I want to say a definite thanks to the Vilonia Eagle Football Foundation for choosing myself and Alan to do this broadcast. We love Eagle football. We're not necessarily professional broadcasters, but we do enjoy it. So I want to give them thanks for choosing us to bring this broadcast to you. Hare's going to take it. He's rolling to his right, looking to throw. He's got a receiver. Number 11 has the catch at the 30-yard line. Now he's going to be hit hard by number 8 for the Leopards. That's Marquez Johnson. 11, Carson Linser on the catch for the Eagles. Flag on the play.
Illegal
man downfield.
No.
Against the Leopards here. Let's see. We're looking for the signal. We didn't. It says ineligible downfield on pass, but they signaled it against the Leopards, so that really doesn't make sense.
And maybe, well, no.
Okay, so we're everyone. I can hear the announcers down to our left are also confused on what the call is. We don't know what the call is. He's given the signal for ineligible receiver downfield, but then marked the penalty yardage off against Malvern. Either way, 3rd and 10 Eagles.
We made the catch at the 30.
I have no idea.
Yeah, so here we go.
Hare with the give to Bean up the middle. Bean bounces off one tackler. He's carrying tacklers again. He's going to make it inside the 30 down to about the 28-yard line.
It's going to be a
Clock
4th and 1.
Rolls, 32 seconds. Timeout by the Eagles. And there we have Bean again, just bouncing off tacklers, carrying tacklers, churning up extra yardage after first contact.
Rumbling and stumbling and bumbling.
So back to the penalty. I think we're all in agreement that he signaled ineligible
downfield.
Ineligible downfield.
That's what the hand on the hat means.
We still can't figure out why the penalty was marked off against the Leopards, but we didn't get the penalty tacked onto our catch yardage. So paint us all confused up here. Sorry we can't explain that one to you.
We're going to have to get with the head official after the game and try to figure that one out. So get with Dwayne and see what's going on after the ball game.
Absolutely. Mr. Dwayne Hall, head official down there on the field. All right, the ball is set for play. Here come the Eagles.
That's going to be a long yard.
4th and a long yard, almost 2. Who gets the ball here? Baker? Baker gets the ball, goes
he slips.
He slips. I think he's going to have. I don't think he's going to have it.
No.
It's going to. We may actually get to see the chain crew. Come out, Alan, get to mention them. Yep. We are going to get to see them, so we'll take this opportunity to announce the hardest working chain crew in the business.
That's right.
They do both.
And the best dress.
Oh, absolutely the best dress.
Thank you, Coach Newman, for that.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got Billy Sal, Chris Lee, Toby Loader, and Kenny Bartlett over there as your train crew. That's Toby and Billy bringing the sticks out for the measurement. Chris Lee is your clip man.
He's the official clip man.
Official clip man. Don't ask him to do otherwise. He doesn't want to do it.
And that clip is actually what that official is holding right there to use to measure the ball.
As you see the signal from the official there, first down. Malvern coaches are not happy about that whatsoever.
No.
Going back to the chain crew real quick, Kenny Bartlett is on the down marker. So that is your chain crew.
And Kenny's got some big shoes to fill in that down box.
Oh, that's the absolute truth. Taking over for yours truly as I move from the sideline up into the box this year on the Eagle Vision broadcast of Vilonia Eagle football.
That chain gang crew, boy, that is probably the best seat in the house.
Absolutely. Hare has the snap. He's back to throw.
Wide open. And it's touchdown!
That's going to be number 11, Carson Linser. Nobody anywhere close to him. The quarterback bit on the pump fake by Hare, and Linser was all by himself down there.
What a play, what a play. With 19 seconds left to go in the half.
That's right.
That was a big touchdown right there because we got to kick off to the Leopards in the second half.
Absolutely right. Great catch and throw. Hare on the throw. Linser on the catch. 25 yards and a touchdown for the Eagles.
Just holding your breath the whole time that ball hung in the air. We're going to go for 2 again.
Gives to Bean straight up the middle, bumbling, stumbling. It's not going to happen this time. They held him down just outside the goal line.
I'd like to see him get his shoulder pads a little lower until he got past that first line of defense.
Definitely.
So,
But again, as we said many times during the 8th grade broadcast, first game of the year.
Yeah.
Lots of things to learn. I mean, I talked to Coach Morris earlier this week, and he said, man, both of my teams are practicing hard. They're doing what I ask them to, but they're ready to play a game.
Yeah, they're tired of hitting on each other.
It's time to play a game. Then that's when you get to reinforce all the things we've been harping on them for, all the things we've been telling them you have to do better at. He said it just brings it all to light. He expects this next week of practice to be even better. There's no telling what to expect out of these two groups next Thursday. I'd have to check the schedule here in a moment to find out who we're going to play next Thursday in junior high action. But either way, you expect to see them come out ready to knock heads with
Pottsville.
Pottsville.
September 7th, right here at the house.
Absolutely. You got to love that. Back-to-back home games. So here we go. Newman set to kick off for the Eagles. This one's going to be a squib kick up the middle. Number 11's going to field it. He's getting upfield. Missed one tackle, two tackles, gets out of the third tackle. Oh, we don't want to see him get out of this one. Okay, good pursuit from the backside there.
Little scat back there. He's got some wiggle and moves there in his shake.
Definitely hard to get a hold of. Looks like number 6, Evan Marshall, ultimately gets a hold of a leg and holds on until another Eagle can come from behind and clean it up. Give credit to Marshall on the initial stoppage of the runner there. Eagles lead 14-0 here with 10 seconds to go till the half. Malvern has taken their final timeout here of the first half, so
they're wanting to score.
They definitely do.
They like we mentioned, they get the kickoff at the half, so they in their eyes right now they're trying to tie the ball game up.
Absolutely. And beyond that, Alan, at this point, this would be 6 quarters of football tonight that the Leopards have been unable to cross the goal line.
Yeah. And very, very few plays just across the 50 in the Eagle territory.
Absolutely, and give most of those plays credit to us with the miscue on the
fumbles,
deep snap.
Yeah, deep snap, fumbles. So, Eagle defense doing a good job keeping them out. A high snap again, and he's going deep. Oh, and a lick laid there by Nelson.
A little push at the end. I don't know if the officials were watching that or not. Definitely should be a flag for unsportsmanlike. He's taking his helmet off on the field. Typically on Friday nights, that's an automatic ejection. So we'll wait and see what the call is here as we're hearing whistles blow and a stoppage.
I want to know why, there's not an official down there. 2, if we can see it from up in the box, they ought to be able to see it down on the field, and then this kid is getting to stay in a ball game.
There's no excuse with a 4-man crew for somebody not to be down there deep on that play and then to just absolutely not even pay attention to the late hit and the helmet being taken off. I mean, that's just unacceptable, unsportsmanlike behavior by the Malvern player.
As a coach, why do you let that kid stay on the field?
I'm not sure that he did.
He walked over and spoke with the coach.
Wow, don't like seeing that whatsoever. You would hope that our Eagles coaches would handle that situation a little bit differently if the tables were turned. So we're going to have another one of those arm going forward. Quarterback's going to get up and point at us like we did something wrong there. Probably should take a look at his own team before he starts pointing fingers at us for late hit and whatnot.
2.9 seconds left here in the quarter, so one more play till halftime. Eagles up 14-0. And at this point, with the 2 bad plays right in a row, what are we going to see?
I expect to see something deep. I mean, it's got to be all or nothing here with 2.9 seconds left. The only real chance they look like they've had to score on us, other than the goal line play, was on something deep. So we'll see what they actually going to give.
Play.
To number 11, good tackling on the backside. That's Marshall again. Marshall does it. He's not the biggest guy out there. Does a great job getting low and just hanging on until the help gets there because he knows the posse's on the way.
Posse's on Broadway, huh?
So that's going to bring us to the half. Eagles are going to lead 14-0 going into the locker room at halftime. We're going to be joined by Drake Toll here for a quick halftime show. I'm going to step away from the mic a moment and take a quick break, and I'll jump back in here and let Alan do the same here momentarily. So I'm going to step away, let Drake take control, flip over to the forward-facing camera, and he'll have a short halftime show.
Both go if you want to. I mean, I really don't.
All right.
All right, we'll flip it back over, and it's halftime here in the 9th grade football game. The Eagles lead the ball game 14-0, and we've seen a lot of good things out of this 9th grade team. Now, the 8th grade, you look at what they did. They tried to spread the ball out, pass some, run some, but I like what the 9th grade's doing. They're utilizing the run game because that's what they have. They've got big, beefy running backs that have ran the ball insanely well this half, but they also have a passing touchdown in there. They got in at the end of the half, and it's just been a good offensive first half, but an even better defensive first half, holding Malvern to 0 points. And as you can see, they're an athletic team. The quarterback has an arm on them. It's been a pretty chippy game so far. But the Eagles have held their own really well today and have the lead 14-0 now.
They do, and they had an opportunity down at the goal line, first and goal from the 1,
right?
And the Eagle defense holds them out.
Yes, they did.
So, the first play, they 6-yard loss. Second goal from the 7. A couple of incomplete passes here and there. Eagles get the ball. Good job on their defense.
Oh, yeah.
And then offensively speaking, they're not as evenly balanced as what the 8th graders was with their run-pass mix. Run very effectively. Good hard runners with Bean and the other kid. Baker.
Yeah.
And good hard running. Corey had mentioned that one play down here, first contact made at the line of scrimmage was, I think it was Baker, and ended up gaining 35 yards out of play, carrying not 1 or 2, but most of Malvern.
Right.
And
he grabbed the whole town on his back, and man, he just pushed it.
Rolled.
Yeah.
So good hard running, and coaches utilizing their strengths.
Oh yeah.
So good defense, good job for the Eagles first half, up 14-0. Going into halftime, couldn't ask for anything better.
Mm-mm.
And we were speaking, Malvern's only had a few plays on our side of the field, or on their side of the field. And a lot of that is attributed to just miscues on our part. Bad snap, penalties, fumbles, things of that nature.
We have had a few miscues here and there, but the thing is we've been able to come back from that and beat that. And I want to add on the fact that, a little history with this 9th grade team. Last season, they started the season 6-0.
Right.
And then finished the year losing 3 straight. So they're a team that's hungry and wants to win ball games. I mean, there are a lot of guys that are ready to get out here and play ball. And they've showed it so far with a lot of tough grit. And I'll tell you, I'll be honest with you, it's been real chippy out there considering that both teams want to win this game so bad. Right. There's some attitudes that are showing from the other side of the football. I just hope in the second half we can stay under control and just take care of business. Because this Malvern team, you never know when they'll strike one deep, and score 14 points, put them back on the board.
That's right. Their little running back, number 11, Keith Cardine, real shifty.
Yeah.
So he is a move from breaking one.
Yeah.
So very good running back, but on that same token, Eagles has done just good enough to contain him. Just hang on one bit till the rest of the team got there to make the play. Good job defensively on containing him. So
yeah, I'll tell you that. This Eagle team, I'll be honest with you, if there was more speed, there's not a ton of speed on the team, but if they had more speed, I think it'd be a more evenly matched game. However, the power offense of the Eagles has been outstanding so far against this Malvern defense, they don't have a ton of big guys. And we've been able to power the football all night long with guys that aren't only fast, but they're pretty big too.
Right. So what you got to do when you've got the power and not the speed is you got to contain them inside.
Yeah.
And that's what the Eagle defense has done to this point. They've not let them get outside of us, therefore allowing the group of Eagles,
the gaggle of Eagles
to take care of the speed.
Right.
So back when we were playing, and we were always outmatched as far as speed, playing Brinkley and playing Lone Oak and the Queen or DeWitt and all them guys. So that's how we done it.
Right. Power football,
and we contained them and kept them inside. Always turned the running back towards the defense where help is.
Yeah.
So that's what the Eagle defense has done a great job.
They have a lot of pop. You look at number 13 for our Eagles. That is Josiah Nelson.
Yep.
He's a guy that last year I was the PA announcer for most of their games last year. I don't really remember that name, but now this year, man, he has shown out so far in the first half.
And he was the one that laid that big lick down there.
Yes, he did.
When they're trying to go deep.
Big fumble recovery too. I mean, that was awesome.
Yeah, he laid the other lick that caused the fumble. Yeah, that caused the fumble that Archer recovered.
Yes, it was
Carter Archer. So again, I apologize. I ain't got these names memorized yet. That's going to happen for us here shortly.
I'll tell you,
but
those guys. I mean, you look at the depth. They've used a lot of Matt Baker and Parker Bean in the first half, as we thought they would. The two starting running backs, they've utilized them more than anybody else. But you have Carter Archer back there. You have the arm of Corey Hare. I mean, these guys can do a lot. Number 11, Carson Lenzer had that touchdown reception there in the first half. I mean, you got a lot of guys that you can utilize in this team, especially 13. Look at Josiah Nelson.
Yeah.
Hadn't been a huge factor on offense so far, but, man, his height, his speed, he could catch the ball, go deep on them at any point in time in this second half.
That's right.
Now, I want to ask you, what do you think the Eagles need to do to be able to continue their progress here in the second half?
You know, from a defensive standpoint, just keep containment, just like they have in the first half. You keep containment on the speed and keep your speed running back towards the middle where your help is.
Yeah.
We're going to be just fine. So offensively, let's ground and pound 3 yards. Let's run the clock out.
Oh yeah.
So continue what we done on offense. So. Otherwise, we're good. You know, we clean up a fumble and a bad snap, and I don't know that Malvern gets a snap
across 50. Yeah,
right.
They wouldn't.
So, otherwise, we're golden.
Oh yeah. I'll be honest with you. If we can run the clock out quick, I can get home to a Razorback game, and we'll all be happy. But it's been a good night so far here, and I'll tell you, it's actually been pretty. It's been a pretty night. I mean, it's not hot at all. The rain stayed away for the most part. I mean, it's been a good night for football.
Yeah, a few little sprinkles here and there. You'll see some umbrellas pop up.
Yeah.
But
feels like a November night, not an August or a September night.
Right, not August. So, though we're late into August, September coming, and it does seem a little early for football.
Yeah, it does. It is really. It's early for football, but I'm not complaining.
No.
But tomorrow night, guys, for those of you who are watching, listening, tomorrow night, Greene County Tech, the high school plays. If you cannot make that game, I know most people can't, 2.5 hour, 3 hour drive. That's a long way out there. Watch us live, Vilonia Eagle Football Foundation's YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe down below. As soon as you subscribe, it'll let you know as soon as we go live on that ball game. You can watch whenever, wherever, every Friday night. Basketball season, baseball season, we'll have it all right here. And then on the Vilonia High School YouTube page as well. Just a lot of options to watch our Eagles play, and we wanted to give you that this year, and it's been awesome so far. This is a great system.
So, yes, it is, and it's very great, and we got a lot of things to learn here.
Who can we thank for that, though?
Boy, this has been a couple of years working for the Vilonia Eagle Football Foundation.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's been a pipe dream for some time for them. And finally, everything's just gotten the right mix, and we got the right people involved.
Yeah.
D&N Construction helping us out, Charlie Roller Foundation helping us out, and a lot of guys behind the scenes just helping us figure out this technology, how to work it.
Yeah.
A lot of long hours put in, but we're here to learn it and bring you the games every Friday night, and hopefully we can get some junior high games in there like we are tonight throughout the year.
Of course, it's been a great experience.
So
we've had the women's restroom and no scoreboard, but as far as the rest of it goes, it's been a pretty fun night. We'll send it back over to Corey Urey here for the second half of the Eagle football. I'm telling you what, I'm not kidding. We got to get this over with. I got a hog game to be at. Corey, we'll put it back over to you.
All right, here we go. Set for action in the second half of the 9th grade game.
Looks like there's 4.5 minutes left here of halftime.
Oh, well, they added to it just about the time Drake decided to
step
take
away.
off. Mr. Hall saying make it 3 minutes now. Waiting on the Eagles, who came out a little bit late to stretch and warm up their legs. Going to give them an opportunity to get set for the first half, taking their time in the locker room at halftime to talk it over, set up any adjustments that they want to make for the second half, and hope to hold on for the victory here against the Malvern Leopards. Remind you that we are having technical difficulties, unable to get the scoreboard up on the screen tonight. Hope to have that fixed by tomorrow night when we bring you senior high action live from Paragould, Arkansas, as the senior high Eagles take on Greene County Tech in their opening game of the year, first game of the year. So both teams warming up here. You can see the Leopards on your screen warming up. Eagles over near the end zone, going through their warm-ups for the second half. I want to say I appreciate my broadcast partners, Alan Wade and Drake Toll. I feel like we've worked fairly well together here as a team tonight. Like I said, still trying to figure out a lot of stuff and learn this program and learn this system, as none of us are actually professional broadcasters, as you can already tell. Definitely just some guys that love football and love the Eagles and want to provide a service to some of you fans who are unable to make it up for the game tonight, on a Thursday night with work and all tomorrow. Maybe you live a little far away, family members, so on and so forth. And then, again, definitely tomorrow night as we travel, 2+ hours up to Northeast Arkansas to take on Greene County Tech in senior high action. As far as junior high broadcasts go, there's a possibility that we bring you another special presentation or not, but the plan ultimately is not to bring you every single junior high game. Did this as a practice run for tomorrow night, but we will be live every Friday with pregame shows beginning at 6:30 and kickoff set for 7 p.m. Every Friday night this year, regardless of where your Eagles play, whether it be here at Philip Weaver Stadium, Centennial Bank Field, or away on the road. I know we make road trips up to Farmington later, over to Clarksville. I think we head over to Pottsville next week. There's another road trip in there that I'm not thinking about. Here we go. Had the schedule handed to me. Looks like.
Football fans, we'd like to recognize.
Well, this is a little bit weird.
In the first quarter, your Eagle football boys.
Alan, help me read this.
32 yards. Give it up for your 9th grade football Eagles and their.
That's neither one of those are high school schedules.
Huh.
Well, here's the 7th grade schedule, and that's the junior high. So we don't have a copy of the senior high schedule. Either way, I do know we make those few road trips. There's at least one more in there. We know we have Boonville coming to town. Those nasty Panthers from the other side of the county have to come over here this year. Who else come? Maybe we got a road trip to Morrilton. There's Morrilton play here this year. I know
Morrilton's
Harrison plays here.
Morrilton, Harrison's here. Dadgummit.
Is Christian in our conference still? Or
No,
they're down in the Central. So
yeah.
Who do we pick up to replace them? Alma. Alma comes here.
Alma's here.
Here we go. Excellent. Now we have the schedule we can go over. Senior high, Greene County Tech this week, Pottsville next week. Wow, kickoff by Newman's going to go deep all the way to the end zone for a touchback. Alan, I think we may have a real kicker coming up through the ranks here.
Here we go.
It's been a few years, and no slight to any of the kickers that we've had on the senior high team. Definitely Bryce Garrison has done a good job the past few years,
right?
Prior to him graduating. But, for a 9th grader to kick a punt 63 yards and then also kick a touchback on a kickoff.
That's right.
That dude's got a leg.
And Coach Stewart's down there coaching him up right now.
Yes, definitely. Hey, look at him. He wears them soccer-style cleats. You know he knows how to kick a ball.
Yeah.
So here comes your Eagle defense. Quarterback Allen has the ball, going to be to 21. He cuts back up the middle. He's got some running room. There's a missed tackle, another missed tackle. He's got room. He's going to have a chance. He's got a man to beat. It's a linebacker. He's running away from him. Number 11 gives pursuit. He's got a chance. Going to push him out of bounds somewhere around the 13-yard line. My goodness.
Big gain.
That run was
60.
Initially set to go around the outside to the left. Eagles everywhere out there.
Yeah.
Running back
which left that big hole that he ended up running through that he cut back in.
Cuts it right back up the middle. I know that's what they talk about with runner's vision and being able to make the cuts and take the, get up to max speed again quickly.
So as one thing as Drake and I talked about, containment. Certainly had containment there, but didn't have any backside help there.
Also looked like we've talked about the Leopards with some high arm tackling. Eagles had a little bit of that going on this time too. Looks like a busted play. Braxton Allen's going to take it on his own around the left side. It looks like he's going to gain about 2 on the run. He's going to be nearly down to the 10-yard line. Give him just a little bit more than 2 on the play. Again, one of those busted plays that we've seen be somewhat effective. So here we go with a 2nd and about 7 for the Leopards down deep in Eagle territory. Braxton Allen set to receive the shotgun snap. 3 wide receivers to the far side there. It's going to be a quick throw out to the left. Oh, he's going to...
Looks like a fumble on the play.
All right.
Now they're calling down, and he's going to be short of the goal line.
I don't know how he didn't get in.
I don't either.
Don't know how he didn't get in. Good job by the Eagles to keep him out of the end zone there.
Right now we're looking like 2 totally different teams coming out. Leopards basically doing what they want to on this drive. So, got to remind these Eagles we got a second half of football to play.
All right, here we go. Allen set to take the shotgun snap. Movement up front. Who moved first?
It's going to be called against the Eagles, so we're going to get about a inch penalty there.
Yeah. Yep, going to just move the ball up the width of the nose of the football is all. It's going to remain
first down.
First down for the Leopards. Now, we've seen the Eagles backed up in this situation once before and got helped out a little bit by the high snap of the Leopards and then a couple of plays that also went the wrong direction and had a good goal line stand. Maybe our defense can rise to the challenge once again.
Yeah. I think the Leopards are wanting to get on the board finally here after 6 quarters of play.
I'm sure they probably are.
Oh, bad snap. And it's still loose.
Eagles
Pick it up.
Have it, and they're going. Is that number 6?
That's number 6.
He's at the 50. He's got a chance. Oh, he's going to be taken down.
By number 2, that's Ross, takes him down.
That's Evan Marshall on the fumble recovery. Quarterback tried to dive on it there, and it just kind of squirted away from him. It was kind of a weird-looking.
He short-armed it. He didn't get to the ball and gather it into his belly. He just tried to dive and reach for it, and the field obviously is still wet a little bit from the rain, so.
Apparently there is touchdown repellent on the goal line for the Leopards. Twice they've been inside the 1-yard line, and both times
and can't score.
They go the wrong direction in a hurry.
Yes. Got to be frustrating for them. So with just now under 6 minutes left here in the third quarter, Eagles get the ball at the 36-yard line.
Going to stay with the same offensive set. Gibbs going to be to Baker. He cuts back up the middle. First contact's going to be by number 21 for the Leopards. Lost their sheet here.
Jacoby Hart. For the Leopards is Jacob Hart.
So Jacoby Hart on the tackle there for the Leopards. Matt Baker on the run. Another good, tough inside run. I mean, it didn't look like a whole lot, but look out there at the sticks. He gained 4 yards on it.
That's right.
He doesn't stop the legs churning, just keeps them going.
One tackler that's going to be arm tackling is not going to bring down these Eagle runners.
Ball is on the ground again. Eagles recover. I didn't see exactly what happened there.
It looked like a bad exchange between the center and quarterback, which is going to bring up third down and about 7 now. So, we got 2 plays to move sticks here. We're really not in punt territory.
I think we'll probably go back to that inside run that's helping us. Yeah, there you go with the midline option. Hare kept the ball on the outside. He's going to run for the first down and more. He's inside the 20-yard line. I mean,
yeah,
I thought Baker had the ball on the midline option there, and then all of a sudden Hare's running by himself outside. Fooled everybody.
Yeah.
That's good enough for a Vilonia Eagle. First down.
First down at the 20-yard line. Boy, it's a nice, cool night out. A lot of Eagle fans in the stadium.
Love seeing all of them support our Eagles. Hare back to pass. He looks like he's going to throw, then pulls it down, and he is swarmed up by the Leopards. They're going to say there's a fumble on the play and give the ball to Malvern. Coach Morris out to ask what's going on. He doesn't think the ball was on the ground.
When I seen Hare being tackled, he looked like he was reaching for something.
Okay, so the ball probably came out while he was still upright then.
Though I could not see the ball, it just looked like he was reaching for something.
Now that I look at Coach Morris, it looks like he's asking for the same call that the Malvern quarterback's been given the benefit of the doubt of, that the arm was going forward when the fumble happened and trying to get the incomplete pass. Nevertheless, the official says no. We're going to be Leopards 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line. There's the snap, fake, quick throw out to the left. He cuts back inside.
Yep.
Flag on the play.
Looks like it's going to be a block in the back over there.
Yep, that is the call.
Because I couldn't tell who the defender was, but Malvern player Brown certainly blocked our guy in the back. And that's that same little just screenplay that they've been running all night. And just getting it to some athletes, and them guys being out there in space and just making plays. So it's going to be a first down and 18 at about the 18 of the Leopards. Handoff up the middle.
Ball carrier dropped down to the 21-yard line there for the Eagles, number 31.
Looks like
31, Stephen Carson on that tackle. First time we've had a chance to call his name tonight. Doesn't mean he hasn't been in on other tackles. Just as we say, the Eagles continue to gang tackle, just swarm to the ball. You love seeing that. I love not being able to single out an individual Eagle because there's so many around the ball.
They have certainly done a good job tonight with that.
Leopard.
Go ahead.
Leopard quarterback Allen has the ball. He looks to quick throw out to the right. It's going to be caught, I think. Yeah, they're going to call it a catch. The official really didn't give a good signal there.
It's complete to the near side of the field.
Going to be a loss on the play.
I'll bring up third down and third.
No loss?
No loss. They picked up a yard.
Okay. All right, I'm with you.
It just appeared to be because that Ross, his route was to push the quarterback up the field, but then he come back, and he just come back at which we thought was behind the line of scrimmage. When he come back, it was just when he went down, it was just a yard gain.
Perfect. Allen looks to go deep over the middle. Ooh, almost like a great one-handed catch there, but that kid takes another lick from Josiah Nelson. I mean, Allen, he's just laying the wood out there everywhere.
Little Troy Polamalu out there.
Doesn't look not shaped like Troy, but hits like Troy for sure. Certainly doesn't have the beautiful locks of hair coming out the back of the helmet.
Yeah.
But then, hey, Nelson's been all over the field tonight. Also plays receiver on the single receiver side on the offensive package and playing safety, doing a great job tonight. We've called his name on several, pass defenses and pass breakups. Had a couple of near interceptions in the first half. And then coming out and laying the wood on defense. You like seeing a two-way player that plays that hard.
Yeah, he forced the fumble down here at the 50. He had a big play down there when the Leopards are trying to drive in right before half, laying out the receiver, and then the other big hit right here. So definitely not afraid to stick his nose in there.
Kudos to that young man for getting out there and giving maximum effort. It's going to bring up a 4th and 13 for the Leopards. They're in a punt formation, but you never know what's going to happen in these situations here. They're actually going to punt this one. It's off the side of his foot. And all the coaches hollering, get away, get away. Ball's going to go out of bounds at the 35-yard line, so that's going to be
about a 13-yard punt.
Yeah, not what you would want, and not what we saw out of our kicker Newman earlier, who just boomed one, 63 yards. But anyways, wise of the Eagles to get out of the way, let that roll out of bounds, take over, in Leopard territory and get set up, hopefully for another touchdown drive here.
Let's hopefully we've cleaned up the ball security issues here.
Ball spotted at the Leopard 36-yard line. Hare's under center. He's looking to the sideline, make sure everybody's set. Takes the snap. He's going to give it to Bean. Bean's got running room. He's bouncing off people again. I think 43 for the Leopards there, Isaiah Beard, I think he remembers Bean carrying people. He didn't take a chance that time. No. He came up and gave him a good lick to go ahead and try to take him down.
Yeah, and we've seen that a few times out of the Leopards, but it's just not common.
Not consistent.
Right.
Yeah, I would agree with that wholeheartedly. Here we go again. Eagles staying in that split back veer formation that we run both junior high and senior high. Hare's going to give to Baker straight up the middle. Looks like a little bit of a exchange problem there on the handoff from Hare to Baker. Baker rumbles ahead, dragging tacklers for a gain of about 7 yards. Going to bring up 2nd and 3, just outside the Leopard 10-yard line. The Eagles looking to capitalize on the good field position off of the shanked punt by the Leopard punter. With another score here deep in the third quarter, 1 minute and 20 seconds to go. Eagles lead 14-0. Give's going to be to Baker straight up the middle. Nope, Hare keeps it, and he is going to be tackled in the backfield. Let's see who's getting up off the bottom of that pile. Number 62. 62 is Anderson Santamaria.
You know what I see here is certainly there's some timing issues going on, whether that being caused by the Leopard defensive line, causing penetration. These fumbles, that's what these fumbles are being caused by.
Hare pitches to Baker, looking for running room out the outside. That one's going to be covered about as well as I've seen the Malvern defense cover anything tonight. Cornerback actually comes down, and he's just sitting there waiting on Baker to come around the end.
That's not the first time they've seen that play.
Right. Maybe they were paying attention during the 8th grade game when we burned them a couple of times on that. Also, I think we've had Baker go around the outside in this game on that particular play. Either way, it's going to bring up 4th and about 8 yards, maybe just a little bit more for your Eagles, just inside the Leopard 15-yard line.
They're going to let the third quarter expire.
Looking to take it to the fourth quarter. Everybody's going to take the march to the opposite end of the field. As we said before, having trouble with the on-screen scoreboard, so going to relay to you the Eagles continue to lead 14-0 here as we pause between the third and the fourth quarters of play. What do you expect to see out of the Eagles here on 4th down when play resumes, Alan?
I think we might see a pass play of sorts. I know we're down deep down there, so we don't have a lot of room to work. So, but I'm gonna suspect that he's gonna pull something up from the playbook that we've not seen yet.
Possibility of that for sure.
We're not going to see a dive.
You don't think so?
No.
I don't expect to see the pitch the way that the timing and the pitches haven't been the best tonight. I'm
the option play we haven't ran successfully here the last couple of times because of the defensive line penetration out of the Leopards. So therefore, with those in my mind, if I, as a play caller, I'm going to those special plays for 4th and 8.
I don't know, but what I go back to the bread and butter. What have we been successful with all night long? The straight off tackle run.
Yeah.
So I mean, with the way that those ends and those corners are coming downfield, they're vacating that off tackle run. You can't defend both. So if you're stopping the options and the toss sweeps, you can't stop the off tackle unless the safety comes up. You've probably got enough yards by that point, anyways. Here we go. Hare under center.
And the safety's
It's
moving
a
off
fake.
top.
He looking to roll. He's rolling to the right side. Throw to Newman.
Incomplete.
Newman didn't look like he was expecting that throw to come.
Nor, even if he would have caught it, he would have been 3 yards short of the first down. So we didn't run our routes deep enough. Anyway, so that's something that we got on film now that we can go back and work on for next week.
Just from watching the senior high practice and from having seen some of the 7-on-7s that the junior highs have done over the summer, one of those receivers is supposed to be over the top on that play. I don't know which play they're running, so I don't know which one. I'm going to say somebody just didn't get on their route exactly where they were supposed to be.
Yeah.
I typically don't see two receivers that close together.
No, they were within 2 or 3 yards of each other.
One's going to usually drag underneath, try to occupy the corner, and the other's going to try to get inside the safety deep is what kind of our philosophy is there on that. So good play call, not the best execution, turnover on downs. Allen, quarterback, has the ball, gives to number 11.
Ball's on the ground.
Fumbled, recovered by Malvern player. I don't know who it was. 11, Keith Carradine was the running back there from Malvern. Did you see who made the hit for the fumble?
No.
No, we could not see it as it was to the far side of the field there with a lot of traffic in between us.
It'll be second down.
Good team tackling again by the Eagles. Apparently we got a leopard down there on the far side of the field about the 10.
I believe that's going to be 11, Carradine. That was the original ball carrier who's down. Tried to get up and walk it off, but goes straight back down again. Coach out there to help our trainer, probably the hardest working trainer in Arkansas.
Another softball team put him through the ringer last year.
That dude works. Forgive me for not remembering his last name at the moment.
Wilson.
Everybody just calls him Wilson.
Yes.
That's his first name. I don't know his last name. So I do know it. I just can't recall it. But Wilson McKnight, thank you for the help down there. Wilson McKnight, hardest working trainer in the business, constantly busy around the Eagle campus.
Him and Mr. Tommy Bates always at the ball games.
Tommy Bates, local physical therapist, helps out on the sidelines on Thursdays and Friday nights. There's the give. 34, I believe, is the carrier.
Yes.
That's if that's 34, if that's truly 34, that's an 8th grader, Braylon Watson. Let's double check that number. 67 makes the tackle. Tristan Bishop. Well, the back wandered back into the huddle there. I can't get his number. We're going to give credit to the 8th grader Watson and give him the gain of 7 yards there on the run. Carradine checks back into the game. That's not Carradine. That's number 34.
That is big.
That is an 8th grader, Braylon Watson. That movement there.
On the play. The call will be
false start on the Leopards. Going to back them up 5 yards on the false start penalty.
It'll be 3rd down and 8 for the Leopards.
So that'll bring up 3rd down and about 8 for the Leopards here as the clock is stopped in the 3rd quarter. 6:14 to go in the 3rd quarter. Eagles continue to lead the game 14-0. Over the Malvern Leopards. It's correction. We're in the 4th quarter here.
We've lost a quarter somewhere.
I just skipped right over, or I tried to skip back. I guess I tried to rewind in my head there a little bit. Whistles on the field. Oh, another Malvern timeout. Who would have guessed it?
Can't take them to the house either.
You can't take them with you. So the line judge over there initially signaled Vilonia timeout. I was like, we ain't took one all night except to stop the clock for our benefit. But no, then he corrected to it was definitely a Malvern timeout. I want to take this opportunity to again thank our sponsors. Eagle Vision is brought to you by the Vilonia Eagle Football Foundation with special support by DNN Construction and the Charlie Roller Foundation. We want to say a big thank you to everyone that has made this broadcast happen. I know Alan, myself, and Drake all certainly appreciate it. Also want to take an opportunity to put a plug out there for the millage proposal that's out there. I want to ask everybody to get out and vote. These kids really need an opportunity to have some better facilities. We got a screenplay. Yeah, that running back has got some room. And who's there?
What? Nelson
there. Did he get the ball? Eagles had the ball.
Oh, my, Nelson.
Nelson's everywhere.
That Palomalu, I told you.
And we call him Palomalu the second. He ran into the guy and could have just taken him down, but instead of taking him down, just grabs the football and says, "Give me that."
You don't need that, sucker.
That's mine. That is
so Eagles going to take over at the 25.
Anyways, as I was saying, take a chance in September. The date of the vote.
September 19th.
September 19th is the date of the vote. Thank you, Alan. Get out and vote for the village. Do something for these kids. They need.
Whether you're for or against, go vote.
Yeah, definitely for or against. Go vote. I'm for it. I've seen what the buildings look like. I know what the kids go through. I want to see generations to come have facilities to get the everything they need out of their education.
That's right.
That's going to be Parker Bean with that off-tackle play. Alan, we're getting like 4 or 5 yards every time we run that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we could run the clock out on the off-tackle play till the clock runs out or we score again.
Right.
I mean, another touchdown at this point. This one's out of hand. It's done.
Yeah. Back to the millage. Again, for or against. Just go vote. We had a question the other day. Who can actually vote? Do you have to live in the city limits, just in the school district? And I've done a little research, and maybe I'm the only dumb one out there, but, if you're in the Vilonia school district, you can go vote one way or the other.
Okay.
You have the power to go vote for the millage.
Very good. I wouldn't say you're dumb at all. I know that I've had other people, ask the same question, and to be honest, I didn't know.
Yeah.
So the give's going to be to Baker.
Big hole.
He is still on his feet around the 5.
And that's going to be – they're going to mark him short.
They love marking the ball inside the 1 yard line. It's like the 5th time they've done it tonight. I mean,
my only problem with marking that ball short is he's trailing the play. He's not actually up there to see was the ball extended across the goal line when the knees touch.
And that's one of the problems of just a 4-man crew on Thursday nights.
Right.
So 31 had checked into the game there in the other back position for Bean, whose helmet had come off the previous play. That's Steven Carson. He carried out the fake up the middle, which allowed Baker to get free around the right side for the big gain there. First and goal for the Eagles inside the 1 yard line. I expect to see Bean up the middle. It's going to be Hare straight ahead.
Quarterback sneak.
Hey, if I'm going to touch it, I'm taking it in.
That's right.
Nobody expected it. He wasn't touched.
No. We've not run it all night.
They were probably like me. They were expecting Bean or Baker to have the ball.
Off tackle.
Yeah, there goes Hare straight up the gut, not touched. Put another 6 on the board for Eagles, and that should just about put this out of reach for the Malvern Leopards with 4 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Eagles lead 20-0 with the ensuing conversion to come. All right, here we go. Eagles with a wide formation, only one back in the backfield. Hare's back to pass. Pressure. Ooh. He's going to be hit. Just hang on to it. There you go. Good job. Good. Nothing you.
That's all you could have done. We had backside penetration on that. Hot blitz off the edge, which he done a great job dodging that first one. But once he stopped,
absolutely,
to dodge that pressure, that allowed the backside to catch up, and that play was done before it really got started.
But he did a good job. I mean, you've got that's a little bit of a play-action play there. Did a good job carrying out the fake, dodged the first man, as you said, that was in his face. When he felt the pressure breathing down his neck, though, wisely just tucked the ball and went down. You're ahead 20-0. No need to give them an easy, score on a run back on a conversion there to give them any kind of momentum here late in the game. So Eagles are going to lead it 20-0 with 4 minutes and 3 seconds to play in the game, and Eagles set to kick off to the Leopards.
16 back deep for the Leopards. Joseph Valdivia. Another 8th grader. Again, Newman kicks it down to the, he's going to pick it up between the 3 and 4 yard line. He's going, oh, big lick again. Guess who? My man,
Palomalu Jr. Josiah Nelson. That guy's all over the place. My goodness, he comes out of nowhere. I didn't even see him.
I know it. It was like, it looked like he was going to have a little bit of opening to the far side of the field. And then Nelson comes from virtually nowhere.
And he says, nope.
Come back here, sucker. And they're going to be stopped short of the 5. So here we go.
While we couldn't name a player of the game in the 8th grade because of the outstanding team effort, and not that we haven't had the same here tonight, this one might be just a shade easier.
Yeah, 2 forced fumbles, a big hit to stop a drive going into this to halftime, a big stop on a kickoff. My goodness.
We cannot quit calling his name. He's just everywhere. So here we go, Allen, to take the snap
like we got
in
a
the
blitz.
end zone.
Oh, there we got him. We got him in the end zone.
It's going to be a safety. Indeed, it is a safety. Excellent job. Looks like Carter. Everybody's congratulating Carter Archer there. That's number 5. Give him the credit for the sack in the end zone and the safety.
And we get the ball back with 30-40 left.
I think we're probably going to try to score again. We can't let the 8th graders outdo the 9th graders on the scoreboard.
No.
If you weren't tuned in earlier, 8th graders
coming.
Oh yeah, you could see that coming forever. 8th graders win in the early game here tonight, 30-0 over the Malvern Leopards. Your Eagles, 9th grade team, currently leading the Leopards 22-0 in the nightcap. 3:40 to go here in the game. So, not only are the Eagles going to get the benefit of the 2 points on the safety, but we're going to get a chance to return a kickoff here.
We got a free kick.
Yeah. Haven't got to see one of these tonight. He's going to tee it up.
At the 20.
What's that kicker's number, Allen? I can't see it.
It looks like 42. We got a 42 or 43? We got both of them. 42.
I think that is a 3. 43, that's going to be Isaiah Beard. Kicks it deep. That's going to be 11. Linser got a flag on the play. Linser still on his feet, trying to get around the edge. He's going to be swung down by number 2, Dalen Ross.
And a flag there on the 43.
He's taken down at the 39-yard line of the Eagles. Looks like where they're going to spot at. No signal from the official yet. Did you see a signal? They're about to mark off penalty yardage, but I didn't see a signal.
I hadn't seen a signal either.
I mean, I'm going to guess blocking the back is your most likely call there.
Probably.
And Dwayne's not going to give us. He's flashing a number over to the
sideline. 31.
Sideline.
Carson.
Yeah, yes. Blocking the back is really all that can be.
Holding, yeah, there we go.
First and 10 from the 30-yard line.
So that's going to set the Eagles up 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line, their own 30-yard line. New quarterback in. That's Carter Archer, number 5. And we've got an exchange issue. Carter picks it up. Bulls ahead. I mean, he's going to get 5 yards on that easily on a busted play, Allen.
Yeah. How often do you see a defensive lineman convert back over to quarterback?
Not often.
Not saying that it can't be done. I mean, obviously, look at it's happening.
Yeah. He's played quarterback off and on throughout his Pee Wee career and played quarterback for one of the 7th grade teams. I saw him in some snaps last year in an 8th grade game that I was on the chain crew for. So he's played a little bit of quarterback before. Mostly plays on the defensive side, but more than serviceable at the quarterback position. Gibbs going to be straight ahead, fumble on the play. Looks like the Leopards are going to recover that. The attempted handoff was to number 28, Austin Harrington. He never had the ball, Allen. It looked like a little bit of a high handoff, bounced right off of his shoulder pads and went forward into the second wave of Leopard defenders. Did you get who recovered the fumble by chance?
No, I didn't see
We
it.
didn't pick that up, so kudos to that young man from Malvern that recovers that fumble. Eagles are going to have to make a little bit of a stand here. Clock rolling just at 2.5 minutes to go in the game. Leopard ball at the Eagle 41-yard line. Leopards looking to get something going. If they can get around the end zone, it's going to be the first Leopard score of the night in both the 8th grade and the 9th grade game combined. Malvern getting shifted around into their correct positions offensively. There's a flag on the play. Got a delay of game on the Leopards.
Well, we got one clock working and one clock not working.
It is the clock that Malvern can see that is operational, so they can't blame it on not being able to see that the clock's kicking down.
And maybe that's why at the beginning of the game we took what we took.
That's possible.
Though in the fourth quarter we're driving into that. So, I don't know.
All right, here we go. Malvern set to take the snap. 1st and 15 at the Eagle 45-yard line.
And another fumble.
Eagles are going to recover that. That's 59. Cesar Fuentes.
Cesar Fuentes.
Haven't called his name tonight. Good job by that young man.
Good job.
How many fumbles in the game tonight, Alan? I've lost count.
I know that's 3 at least, because my man Palamalos caused 2 of them.
Well, I'm not even. I'm talking about total. There's
I know total.
Yeah, there's been 8 or 10 probably.
Yeah. You know, we've had our share of them as well.
Yeah, and so maybe the conditions playing into that a little bit. Really, we only had the one shower right before the game started. It's been, as you stated earlier, a very nice night otherwise. Looks like the Eagles are burning a little clock here. Play clock is actually, I don't know what happened to the play clock. It jumped from 6 straight to 0. All right, so they threw a flag, signaled that they were going to call delay a game, but the Eagle coaches were in the ear of the side judge there, and he had the timeout before the clock went down. But I looked out there, and it said 6. I looked to the field, and I looked back, and it said 0, and it didn't take me 6 seconds to cut my eyes back and forth. So I don't know if we had a little bit of a clock malfunction or what, but either way, Eagles get the timeout.
That runs the clock down to 1:17 left in the game.
The way Malvern's burned up timeouts, I don't even know if they could stop the clock, and if we just took a knee here. Have they called just the one timeout this half, or have they called 2? Our spotter says that he believes that they've called 2 timeouts. So even with 2 timeouts remaining, Eagles with a 1st and 10, we can take a knee. Yeah, we can burn this clock out.
Now it looks like we are 1st and 15. It looks like. Look at the chain set up over there.
Yeah, another penalty with no signal. They were talking to the Vilonia coaches the entire time, or 2 of the coaches. We had one coach out in the huddle. They were talking to 2 of the other coaches. So I'm guessing the coaches know why we were penalized. Well, we're going to play I don't want it, you put it there, I put it there. Officials trying to figure out what the heck's going on. 1st and 10 back at the original line of scrimmage after moving the ball 3 times.
Their first game, too.
Carter Archer under center. I saw movement down there on the left end. That's going to be a false start on the.
So we're back at 1st and 15.
I said left end. I should have said left. May have. Was it the tackle? Did we have 2 receivers down on this end? So, yeah, left tackle then. 5-yard penalty marched off against the Eagles. 1:16 remaining in the game. Eagles lead by a score of 22-0 over the Malvern Leopards here on the opening game of the season.
And it's taken us about 4 minutes to burn off a second.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's taken us about 20 minutes to play this last 3 minutes we've played. A little bit of confusion there. Archer looked like he wanted to get rid of it, and then He just had to take it himself.
Looked like he was on Dancing with the Stars.
It did look like he was on Dancing with the Stars. He still was able to gain about 2 yards on that run. But he looked up like, I really ain't supposed to have this ball. What am I going to do here? Wisely falls forward, gets a couple of yards, and more importantly, keeps that clock churning. Under a minute to play in the game, down to about 45 seconds here. Eagles are going to win this one.
We're in the victory formation.
Ooh, I love that one. That's my favorite formation. So, Eagles are going to be 2-0 on the night with the 8th grade with a win in their opening game and the 9th grade with a win in their opening game. A little bit of chippiness down there.
A little cheap shot there.
Don't like seeing that. No more than we like seeing it earlier in the game.
No. And that's going to be it here from Philip D. Weaver Stadium.
Game clock is rolling under 10 seconds. Play clock still at 15, so that's going to be it. Your Vilonia Eagles are going to win this one 22-0. We're going to let Drake join us before we talk about player of the game, but I'm quite positive that we're all going to be in agreement about who it is.
Palamalu.
Not sure if we're going to try to get him up on the broadcast or not. I'm going to say probably not. But certainly say some nice things about that young man here momentarily as Drake works his way over to get set up for the post-game show here on Eagle Vision, brought to you by the Vilonia Eagle Football Foundation, D&N Construction, and the Charlie Roller Foundation.
So if you get a chance, please help out those organizations. You know, they do things to get things like this for our football program. So
that's absolutely right.
Anytime
Alan,
you can go help the Football Foundation, the Charlie Roller Foundation,
you can
D&N Construction.
You can actually join the Football Foundation if you want to be a supporter. They have a Facebook page.
That's right.
They also have a website.
I'm not sure about the website.
I know Google will bring it up. Just Google Vilonia Eagle Football Foundation. That'll bring it up. There's all types of membership options there. You can also find that link through their Facebook page at Vilonia Eagle Football Foundation on Facebook. We are joined now by our partner in crime, Mr. Drake Toll. Do you want to switch over to the webcam here, Drake, or you just want to go from this?
Well, we can switch over to the webcam.
Okay, here we go. We're going to switch where you can see our beautiful faces again.
My hair is too pretty not to switch to the webcam.
Yeah, I totally understand that. So, Drake, we were talking about probably quite a bit easier to call a player of the game here in this one than it was the 8th grade game. I know Alan and myself have the same vote. Let's see if you're going to come up with the same person without us telling who we're thinking.
Wow.
Putting you on the spot there.
Wow.
What a question.
You know what? If I can cheat and look over your shoulder there, I'd have to go with number 13, Josiah Nelson.
Hey.
I'll tell you, I'll be honest with you. You look at Parker Bean and the Baker boy, both guys are big running backs, and even Hare had 2 touchdowns tonight. But defensively and overall, the MVP has to be Josiah Nelson.
He was everywhere. We felt like we were calling his name constantly throughout the broadcast. I mean, making tackles, stripping fumbles, just laying licks on guys. Just making them think twice about even catching the ball from his safety position. Allen was calling him, Palamalu Jr., kind of remind me of Steve Atwater a little bit too, the way he was laying licks.
He reminded me of Josiah Nelson. So that's what I mean. If I could put it in the best terms, because he's not the beefiest boy, but man, he played like a real deal high school football player. This entire team was, I don't know if you could see from it, you guys watching at home, but they were a big football team, and they played really tough tonight.
That's right. And defensively, we done what we needed to in the second half, like what we talked to at halftime. They broke containments a couple times, and the Eagles ended up making some big plays on those plays. But, we held them to no points again.
Yeah.
So it was a bend, don't break type of defense, and they
2 shutouts tonight, too.
Yeah, 52-0.
Oh, my goodness. And that right there is something that the Eagles, once again, I'm a big guy on history, and last year, the season before, you combine the 2 junior high squads, 3 wins, So, it's something that junior high hasn't had a ton of success. I know Ben Morris last year, you got to be discouraged after a 2-8 season with a team that had a lot of promise coming in, had a lot of injuries, and now this right here, 2 great performances and really well-coached games. 2 well-coached and prepared teams.
That's right.
Absolutely, you saw a lot of good things, a lot of good interior blocking there.
Right.
As I was stating on the broadcast, it looked like for the 9th graders, our best play was the off tackle run. We were getting no less than 4 and 5 yards on that run every single time. Malvern had us bottled up on the edges just a little bit. The toss sweeps and the outside option runs didn't do the greatest for us. Passing game was a little bit out of sync. Didn't get that blocked up well, but man. Give credit to Parker Bean and Matt Baker for just dominating that off-tackle run game.
Oh, yeah. And you got to give credit, really a big one to Corey Hare. He's a guy that battled injury the past few years, and I know in 7th grade he had injury problems, 8th grade injury problems. He comes back, and he did a great job tonight. He's gained some muscle, gained some physique. He did an awesome job out there running the offense because the veer option is not an easy offense to run. It's what the high school, the 8th grade, the 9th grade, the 7th grade, everybody runs the same offense. He did a great job running the show, handing the ball off, passing the ball. He just did an outstanding job at quarterback. He was an all-around player tonight.
Absolutely. Give some credit to both lines. I already talked about the offensive line a little bit. Defensive line for the Eagles, didn't necessarily make any, sacks, but they were in the backfield disrupting stuff a lot tonight. Right. And who's to say that some of those snap issues weren't because we were really putting heat on the center also.
Right. And I will say that the snap issues from both sides can be attributed to the rain tonight because you saw it from both sides of the field. I know both teams were well prepared coming to the game, so, you got to attribute some of that to this. But I'll tell you what, both teams won. You guys won with a great broadcast, and I got Roper's Pizza, so I won tonight.
Hey, we're all winners, definitely.
We are all winners. And I'll tell you what I'd like to talk about now for just a little bit is going into Greene County Tech tomorrow.
That's
so
right.
I know there won't be a lot of sleep getting tomorrow night. We'll be home pretty late, but how excited are you guys about this new broadcast system after using it tonight?
Wow. One, it showed us some of its capabilities, but two,
just not a scoreboard.
Right.
Absolutely.
We've got some learning to do. So,
there's all kinds of power within this software. We're just now starting to tap into what all it can do. It brought us a quality broadcast tonight, even with the limitations that we had. But there's so much more that it can do and that we will learn over the course of this season and the seasons to come. But, yeah, man, I am fired up.
Can't wait.
Football weather. How did we get weather like this in August?
It's August.
Tomorrow's September the 1st, but still, usually we're expecting 90-degree weather sometimes on these opening games.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the 70s out here. Nice breeze blowing through the windows. It's going to be just as nice, maybe a little nicer tomorrow night up in Paragould when we take on Greene County Tech. Eagles looking to go up there and get a big opening win on the season, and I can't wait to be there with them to see it and call it for you guys.
That's right.
It's a big deal to have this system. I know we had the 106.3. We broadcast for years on My Country. 107.3, my apologies. And then last year to have the Mixler and some different things they threw in there, the broadcast has been inconsistent here lately, but not anymore. This really is a great system. Kudos to the Vilonia Eagle Football Foundation for putting this together, and tonight was just the preview. There's still so many things we can do with this, so many graphics and a scoreboard, hopefully, tomorrow night that we can implement.
Absolutely. Hopefully,
that's your homework tonight, Drake.
I've got enough from Tony Nolan and pre-cal, so
let's make a call to Miss Tony.
We'll try to give you guys a behind-the-scenes look here tomorrow night or one of these Friday nights. Let you see. We're talking about cords going everywhere and stuff. And
$3,000 of equipment up here.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing setup. Like Drake said, thank you to the Vilonia Eagle Football Foundation for making this possible. Want to go ahead and say thanks to those sponsors one more time, DNN Construction and the Charlie Roller Foundation. We certainly appreciate you guys. We thank all of you viewers at home that were able to tune in and watch tonight, and we hope that all of you and many more join us tomorrow night as we bring you the Vilonia Eagles live in Paragould versus the Greene County Tech Eagles.
Oh, yeah. A lot to talk about for that one. A big pregame show at 6:30.
That's right.
Alan and I will be on at 6:30 to call that one, and then hopefully we'll have a little sideline reporting. I'll be down there with Coach Young and the rest of the guys. Everything that happens, I'll have it right there from the sideline. Every time out, we'll hope to get a sideline report. I'll be up here for halftime, postgame. Just all three of us love being with you guys.
And we're going to have some senior spotlights.
Yes, we will. We've got two senior spotlights tomorrow night. We've got
in the pregame show.
Yeah, I'll release that information. We have Colton Bolin and Levi Arundel tomorrow night as our senior spotlights. So we'll get some interesting stuff on those guys. Every week we'll do a senior spotlight. 2 or 3 guys that have been with this program since they were little and are seniors this year, graduating out this year. But you know what? I'll tell you this. Eagle football has changed a lot in the past few years, and it's changed for the better, especially seeing junior high football tonight, high school football. Those guys are well prepared. The VEFF is they attribute to that in so many ways, giving them a lot of apparel and different things. I mean, there's a different persona, a different look about these guys, and it's a good thing.
Absolutely. We're going to bring you more information on exactly how the Vilonia Eagle Football Foundation supports these young men throughout the season. As we share different stories during this broadcast, also plan to try to have, maybe some special guests come up during our halftime show that Drake will bring you, maybe some special interviews. You never know who we might have up here in the booth with us. So
I know Fred, he expressed some interest. I don't know if he could work the headset, but we'll try to get old Fred Weaver over here one night.
Maybe you could teach an old dog a new trick and get him on the mic and talk for a little bit.
Fred just turned 30. But no, it's been a great night over here. We'll hopefully have some players after the game tomorrow. Our players tonight for the high school games. Hope to see those guys have a big win tomorrow night to start the season and have a nice drive home and nice sleeping on the charter buses.
Wave at the camera, Steve.
Hey, Steve, how you doing?
We've got to fix the women's bathroom and the walkthroughs, and there's a few tweaks to make, but we're good for now. It was a great first broadcast, you guys.
Yeah, enjoyed it. We'll see you guys tomorrow night, 6:30 for pregame.
Signing off, it's Drake Toll, Corey Erie, and Alan Wade.
See you guys.
Peace.